Okay, well, yesterday was no fun. Obviously I was disappointed, but because I know we can play better, and again, but at the same time, I know we're going to get better, and we're going to continue to work at getting better. And I get disappointed, for our players, for the franchise, for all involved, our fans, everybody, because I want everybody to experience winning, because that's what we came here to do, and that's what we want to get accomplished. But obviously, we haven't done that yet, and I think everybody knows that. So we have some work to do, but by no means are we going to stop working at this thing. We're going to continue to work our tails off to get better fundamentally, to play better football as we move forward, and then we get it. Again, we've dug this hole for ourselves. We have nobody to blame but us. Starting with me. And we know we got some things to fix, but at the same time, being disappointed is different than being, about to jump over the fence. I say it all the time, but I'm not discouraged. I'm more determined than ever, and going to stay that way, to get this football team where it needs to be. That's my job. That's our coaching staff's job. Our players' job is to keep getting better fundamentally and become a better and more intelligent football team, and to play winning football. And that's what we're going to set out to do. As far as injuries are concerned, there's not a lot of clarity right now, on the injury front. But we'll work through that as the week goes. I mean, I'm sure you guys will have questions about specific guys, and I'll give you the information that I have to the best of my ability. But right now, I don't have a lot of clarity that way on several guys. So I'll let you guys kind of fire away.
How about Cody? Do you know anything?
Well, Cody's in the concussion protocol. I think we know that's where it is, and until he's taken out of that, will there be any changes? Josh? Again, we'll know a little bit more as we move through this week, exactly where he is, but hopefully we'll, see where he is by Wednesday. He's been practicing. I think you guys all know that, but again, I think there's some things we need to still take a look at to make sure he's ready to go.
Was there any setback with him? I mean, you saw him on the field. He's been on the field for 2 weeks now. Did you expect him to be ready to play earlier than that?
No, I did not. I mean, I knew he'd be able to throw and move around, but not play, so that's just kind of where we are.
As you plan for Wednesday, who will be your first team quarterback at practice?
We'll find out. Today's Monday, Tuesday's tomorrow. Wednesday's a day and a half away, so we'll figure that out as we go.
I think we're up to number 7. Is that who you're gonna have to
Well, I don't know.
It's been a tough year, but
hey, it has been. You never know, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
What about Cam? Him with the illness and that. How concerning is that, especially considering coming off of the lung issue, and then when you look at big picture, are you considering maybe just shutting him down for another period of time?
No, I think Cam's feeling better, but again, like you said, we just got to get some more clarity on exactly what that is and where he is, and he's definitely one of the ones. Like I said, I don't have a lot of answers that way yet, but we'll when we know, you guys will be the first to know.
Can you say if it has anything to do with the bruised lung?
No, I don't know that it does it or doesn't, Mary Kay. I don't know that. I think it was an illness, and that's what it is, and we'll go from there.
I know you've been through it before this year, but how do you approach the week when you're not sure who your quarterback's going to be Wednesday?
Well, as long as you have a flexible system, as you know, you said it. We've been through this, We're just going to keep working and be prepared for many different scenarios as we go through it, and make sure that we can field a good offensive football team on Sunday, and that's what we'll do.
When you were building the team, you lost 2 quarterbacks, obviously, which kind of started a snowball. Both those guys had injury history, in their past. How much of that was discussed and examined when you were deciding on the 2 guys, leading guys at the position this year?
Well, again, I think none of that matters right now. I appreciate the question, but I think right now, they're injured, so, whatever their past was, it's not going to really matter right this second. They're not playing. So what we got to do is find who's going to be playing, like you guys asked, for this week, and get ready to practice for the guys that can play and compete, and kind of go from there.
Corey Coleman mentioned last week that he might have another X-ray early this week, and was hoping for maybe to be cleared to start practicing. Do you know anything yet?
I mean, I know he's making progress, but again, we'll just see how it goes. I mean, he's another one I don't have, total clarity on yet, but we're working towards that.
The right tackle yesterday was up.
What was that?
Somebody
Some-
called.
Oh, it was a phone? Oh, okay. The national anthem was going. I said, okay. Hello, we back at the game? We got to do over, right?
We saw you go to Sean Coleman at the right tackle yesterday. Is Austin Pastor still your starter?
Yes,
there?
he is. Oh, yeah. No, I wanted to get Sean some playing time and see where he is. I mean, the only way I'm going to find out about these guys is by him playing a little bit, So, no, Austin Pastor is still the starting right tackle.
What was, we talked to you after the game, obviously. What was your message to the team right after the loss? And then did it change at all today when you met with them again?
No, not at all. We're going to work. I mean, we're going to keep getting better, I mean, we don't like the situation we're in. Nobody would, But the only people that can change it are the people that's in the locker room and the coaches. And that's it. This is us. We're not – when nobody's pouring sand over our head or dirt over our head, we're going to go to work and get this thing better. And I'm fired up about Wednesday's practice because that's the next time we get the chance to do something about this. We're watching the tape, make the corrections, and then we got to go out and get better. And I know that's going to happen. We're going to keep getting better. We're not going to go backwards.
How about there are reports, and I know this is not necessarily, this is more of a Sashi question probably, but Joe Thomas, that you guys are shopping him and that you would give him up for a second-round pick. Can you
We are not going to trade Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas has a lot to do with what we're trying to accomplish here in our future. So, I mean, like you said, there's a lot of reports, but that's what they are.
How concerned are you about the defense?
Oh, we got to get better. Got to get better. There's no question about that. Fundamentally, we got to do those things better. I mean, we didn't play as well as I think we can play, and that's where my disappointment lies.
It seemed like they were having a lot of success with one run play.
No, it was several. Yeah, it wasn't one. No, there was several. I mean, again, they did a good job. They did a good job, and we didn't play as well. It's just that simple. And again, that's not. Anything that happens with this football team, I'm going to keep saying it because it's a top-down deal. It starts with me. So I got to do a better job, and our coaches got to do a better job, and then our players got to take that and do better too. So that's the way this thing works.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were upset, understandably so, at the 5-minute mark yesterday because they were running all over you. It looked like
Putting mildly, running all over me. Okay.
The effort to play 60 minutes seemed not to be there in defense. Is this the beginning of that, or how do you stop that from becoming a regular occurrence now that the team is in this hole?
Well, I think you said it. I mean, that's the one time I felt that way was yesterday. I haven't felt it like that, prior to. So, yes, I did. I took time out. And I didn't go and scream at them like some people thought I did. That didn't happen. I went to encourage them. I wanted these guys to go do their jobs better than what they were doing them at the time. And to a man, I think the guys got the message and went out there and did that. I'm not concerned that that's what it's going to be. Hopefully this is a one-time occurrence because I think we had a bunch of prideful men in that locker room that's going to come back to work and going to do their jobs better than what they've done it. And I think we're going to coach them better and put them in better positions and give ourselves chances to make more plays.
If you had to do all over again in that moment, would you leave the headset on?
Everybody's worried about my headset. What is the question with the headset? I can call play or okay. There's not a play that will go into our quarterback without me knowing. I know exactly what's being said to the quarterback. I know exactly what's being said to the middle linebacker. I know exactly what's being said to the special teams coach. So it's not about the headset. I mean, I know you guys think you have to be, if you're involved in football, you got to have that on all the time. I could call the game with the headset off and just talk to the quarterback. So it's not about the headset, okay? And plus I was hot, all right? It was a hot day, and I was getting a little sunburned. So I took it off for a minute, to relax. To take the sun off my ears, I guess. Whatever explanation you guys want, but it's not about the headset, please. I mean, it's not at all. my disappointment of taking it off wasn't. I hope it's not tied just to the headset, where everybody think, well, okay, he lost it because he took the headset off. No, I was watching our team, but I'm still coaching our team, and I'm involved in each and everything that we're doing, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
You talk about, I know this is a trend throughout the NFL, that
Mhm.
win the toss, you defer to the second
Mm-hmm.
half.
Get an extra possession.
I understand that, but with the defense struggling the way it is, it seems that in these games, you're basically starting every game 7-0 down.
Have we?
Until that gets on track,
Every game? Have we?
not every game.
Okay, all right.
Most games, it feels like you're starting, you're
Mhm.
having to play from catch up
Right.
right out of the gate when you do that. Is that something you might consider changing the thought on?
We might. I mean, but I like having an extra possession, because I think it's important for our offense to have as many chances as we can to score the ball, And again, I mean, can we flip it up? Yes, we can, to answer your question. But I kind of like this strategy, and we got to find a way on defense to get better and get them stopped. I don't disagree. We need a 3-and-out. We need a team that doesn't go down there and score. We got to find a way to do that, and we will.
Oh, can I ask you about Joe Hayden?
Uh-huh.
Is there any thought whatsoever in your mind that, that Joe should be trying to get out there in the same way that, Terrell is fighting to get out there even when he's not 100%? Do you have any feelings like that at all about
Well, I think these are medical decisions, and again, we put these guys through a battery of tests on Sunday morning, and if they're able to pass, then we play them, and if they don't, then we don't. I think Joe is doing everything he can to be out there with his teammates. I really do. I anticipate him being out there this week, and playing and going.
Are you worried at all that with all the young players on defense, that Joe's absence is having a negative effect psychologically on them?
No, I won't let that happen. Mm-mm. I mean,
Captain not being out there with a
no, I mean, because I think they know if he's not out there, it's because he can't be. I think they truly know if our guys aren't playing, they're not cleared to play.
You have this rule for quarterbacks: protect the ball, protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Was Cody kind of violating that rule on the play where he got hurt when he flipped the ball?
I mean, that's a good question. I don't think he was trying to violate the rule. I don't know if the rule was violated. He made a play. Sometimes you react and you do things, and all of a sudden I think he was rolling to his right and he saw Gary, and at the last second he flipped the ball there and ended up taking a wicked hit, If I was, when we watch this with Cody, we'll tell him again, hey, if you're going to get flushed, maybe throw the ball away, just to save yourself a little bit from those hits. We don't want quarterbacks taking unnecessary hits. Cody has proved his toughness. He doesn't have to do that all the time. So he can do some things better, to protect himself in those situations. But it was a heck of a play that he made, that him and Gary made, that gave us a chance to go score touchdowns. So, again, I don't want to take the fight out of him, but he also has to understand the situation he's in, too, at that time. So, good question. I'm sorry?
Out of Emmanuel?
Oh yeah, no, he's obviously the 2 sacks yesterday was good. He's doing some good things. There's some things he got to continue to work at. Play a little bit lower, play with his hands a little more. But his ability to rush the quarterback has shown up. To get 2 sacks yesterday, I think he's had 3 sacks in the last 2 games. That's huge, and we want more. I think there's more for him to get, and I think he's just going to keep getting better.
How do you, as a quarterback, Cody watches, Josh McCown out there, and
Mhm.
Josh will sacrifice life and limb on that football field, and so will Terrell.
Mm-hmm.
So as a quarterback, especially as a rookie quarterback, how, in the heat of the moment, how do you make that distinction of, I don't flip this ball right now?
Right. You can't do it. At the end of the day, that's what they're going to learn, because if not, you're standing over there next to me or you're in concussion protocol. You just can't do it. And that's hard. That's a hard lesson to learn sometimes. I used to have this thing where quarterbacks just had to say uncle. You throw the ball away or you take a sack, just because it's the right thing to do for your football team. This is not about one individual, it's about your team. And if you're not playing, then we're hurting the team, And I don't think Cody was trying to do anything to hurt his football team. He was trying to do everything he could to help his team score. So, Mary Kay, there is a fine line, but right now in the situation that we've been in, losing quarterbacks, I think the quarterbacks all got to say to themselves, hey, look, maybe I need to throw this ball away or go down, because it's the best thing for our team right now.
And will you, if Josh McCown happens to be the one that plays this weekend, even though he's been around for 14 years, will you have to have that conversation with him?
Absolutely. Yeah, 14 or 1, yeah. I'll have it with Cody again. I'll have it with Josh and all of them. You gotta be team protecting, as we move forward.
Some of your comments seem to be the offensive line. You're looking for the right answers up there, and we can't keep getting a quarterback hit like this. Did you analyze those positions? Is it because of the line that you're going through so many quarterbacks?
Well, I think
the decisions like we're just talking.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's them. I think it's everything. I think it's a whole. It's the offense, and I just think we need to continue to get better. But I think any time there's different combinations that are playing. I mean, let's be honest, Cam, this is his second game back playing in a while, and then Spencer Durango, that was his first game over at left guard, so the people you work with, the continuity is really important, but we've had injuries and we've had guys out. That's just part of it. I don't think it's by design by any stretch of imagination. I just think these things have happened. So what you have to do is still put the best 5 guys out there and let them play and let them grow together. Well, we haven't been able to do that because somebody goes down and then somebody else has to go in, or Greco's had to shift from right guard to center, and then somebody has to go and play right guard. So it's just been a flow that way. So I'm not going to say that's why it's happening. That's just football. But at the same time, we have to make sure that we're mindful that there are different guys in there. So there are calls that maybe, that are happening, that guys are used to working with this guy and that guy's not there. That does take a little sting away from the opportunity to execute at a high level.